Hi, good morning my dear friends. In this video we will explain the specification of the PLC. In the last videos we are doing the PLC tutorial training for the ZELIO PLC from the Schneider Electrical Company. So we covered all the introduction topic and how to load the PC software for the PLC. So PC software is enable us to make the logical diagram and upload that logical diagram into the PLC. That all the things we already explained in the previous videos. In this video we will explain the specification of the PLC. First of all, the PLC have the operating voltage. Operating voltage. PLC have the operating voltage. This operating voltage is the input voltage given to the PLC as an auxiliary voltage. It is required for the working of the PLC. There is a different type of operating voltage is coming for this ZELIO PLC. In this tutorial we are explaining the ZELIO PLC from the Schneider Electric. So the ZELIO PLC is coming with a different operating voltage. One is coming with a 230 volt AC, and also it is available with a 24 volt AC and 24 volt DC. This is the major voltage variations coming. Maybe if you check the catalog we will get some special voltage also, but this is the normal voltage is available in the market. So this is the operating voltage, which one we have to give to the input L1 and N to the PLC so that it will work. For the DC PLC, 24 volt DC PLC, plus or minus symbol will be there, 2 points will be there. There we have to give this voltage. Depending upon this operating voltage, the part number will be changed. So the selection of the part number and voltage, all these things we will explaining in the software section. So second one is the number of inputs. So input means PLC required to receive some external signal. So to check the conditions of the external connected devices or status. So that purpose it have like a PLC have a lot of input is available. Suppose this is the logical diagram of PLC. There is this is the L or N. We are taking about 230 volt AC PLC in line, and neutral we have to give. And same way PLC have lot of input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also PLC have the input. This is it will be vary. The number of input will be vary. We can select the number of input according to our requirement. Suppose we need 10 inputs to connect the various input devices, then we have to select 10 input output. This is some standard input output is coming 6, 12, 24, 18 like that. So we have to select according to the number of input we require. According to the number of input we require, we have to select the part number that we will show in the software section. So according to the auxiliary supply voltage and according to the number of input, part number will be vary. And this input is okay. I will first next explain about the output. We will see how also the outputs. This number of output is also there, and the number of output is also vary depending upon the part number. So before selecting the PLC, we have to consider the operating voltage of the PLC and the number of input of the PLC and number of the output of the PLC. And the number of input is also have inputs have different type also. Instead of number, there is a different type of input also. Analog input, and digital input is there. Digital inputs is there, and some is mixed input is also there. Mixed input also there. So we will explain all these things detailed later. Analog input means it is receiving 0 to 10 volt. So the input voltage is between 0 to 10 volts. So with the full range between 0 and 10 it can be understood. Digital means only high or low, high or low, whether the signal is there or whether signal is not there. This only two things will be considered by the digital input. Analog is the full range, whether it is 1 volt, 2 volt, 1.5 volt, 2 volt, this it can be understood. This is the analog input and the digital input. Mixed input, either you can connect the analog input or digital input. Any of them you can connect it to the in this. For this, especially for the ZELIO PLC, the wiring diagram of the input is nothing but we have to give the line supply to the PLC input. If it is a 230 volt PLC, we have to give a 230 volt signal to the input, each input. Whenever the 230 volt input is present in the 230 volt supply is present in a particular input, suppose it is 230 volt is present in this input, the PLC will understand this input is active. If the supply is not present there, PLC will understand that input is not activated. Like that it will. But after that, after the scanning the input and according to the logical diagram given in this PLC will be enable or disable each one of its output. So in this video we explain about the specification, what are the things as in the we have to consider to select the PLC. So next we will come with the software section in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Please share with your friends and also subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.